Welcome back to Midwest Access. We have Viv here and the Groovy Garden today. So, Viv, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about how to put your garden to bed for winter, and I am way behind. So when you'll see this video that I put together this weekend, how far behind I am, it just goes to show you, nobody's perfect in their garden, even if you pretend you're a master gardener, which I am. So I'm not pretending, but anyway, so yes, we'll check that out, and I'll tell you how to put your garden to bed and also how to protect your shrubs. So let's check that out. Welcome to the Groovy Garden. As you can see, I've got a lot to do to prepare my garden for winter. But before I show you the 4 main things that I do before the snow flies, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour to see what's going on and to show you exactly how much work this garden needs. This flowering plant is broccoli, believe it or not. Broccoli is actually a flower. The parts we eat are the immature flower buds. When these plants were done, I let them flower for pollinators who might want to stop by to get some nectar out of the flowers. And here are the seed pods, also called calyx. You want to wait until they turn from green to brown before you collect them. And this is my herb bed. You can barely tell, it's so overgrown. It also has some perennial flowers such as black-eyed Susans. Just about everything in here is really kind of still growing very, very slowly. There's sage, oregano, thyme, chives, rosemary, parsley, and even some cilantro. I really can't believe that. Over here, we have kale, shards, and Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts, I think, are just amazing. They took a lot of time to grow because they really like cold weather, and they didn't come to maturity until it started to cool down a little bit. This lovely crop is romaine lettuce. I planted it in early September, and it continues to thrive. I do cover it if there's a threat of hard frost. And these are marigolds that are completely done. I'll harvest the flower heads to get seeds for next year. You can see that when I pull the heads apart, they're long and thin and look sort of like a porcupine quill, but not nearly as sharp. Okay, so let's talk about the 4 things I need to do to clean up this garden mess and get it ready for winter, so it's ready for me in spring. First, I'll go through and harvest all the remaining produce. I dug up a bunch of carrots, onions, greens like kale, herbs, and Brussels sprouts. I just love how Brussels sprouts grow in a stalk in kind of a spiral. One stalk can have 50 or more sprouts on it. I just pop them off like this. So second, after I've gotten all of the edible vegetables out, I'll remove the leftover plants. Most I just cut off at the ground level. I put the plants that are not diseased into the compost bin. Third, I cover the beds with leaves or hay to protect the soil. If I had gotten to this earlier, I could have planted a cover crop, such as rye, oats, clover, or peas, but it's way too late into the season for that, so I'll cover the beds with the leaves or the hay. As for shrubs, like my wonderful blueberry bushes that I love so much, I take care to mulch around them to protect roots from cold damage. And I also cage them to protect critters from munching on them, especially when winter starts to deplete their food supply. Fourth and last, after all the work is done, I gather my tools to clean, oil, and sharpen them up so they stay in good condition for many, many seasons to come. Right, you can tell I have a lot of work to do, so when I get this all nice and neat and tidy, I will show you some pictures of what it looks like when my garden is finally ready for winter. A lot of work to do, but fun.
So much. Yeah, but it's great.
Thank you.
It's great. It's so interesting to learn all of those things. I've never seen how Brussels sprouts grow, embarrassingly.
Who knew? I know. Why would you? You buy them in a pack in the store.
Right.
No one sees that.
Or